Hello, 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 and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Aesthetic Pop-Up Shop. We're taking the spa to you. Grab a cocktail, grab a cup of coffee, and just sit down and relax and let GiGi, Spencer, and I share our information with you, not just about the Novita Spa Clinical products and treatments for you, but you to do this at home to make a difference. So I just want to check with Miss GiGi. Is she on? No. Yes, she is. Okay. And hello, Miss GiGi. Now, will I be able to hear her?
She has to ask. Oh, hold on.
We're technical. We're getting it organized, guys. That's why I said grab a cocktail, grab a iced tea, grab a whatever, and sit back and relax and sort of kind of maybe let us entertain you for a little bit, but also give you good information about your skin, skincare, product ingredient information, and you'll see a difference with your skin. And this is for anyone from 8 to 108 who has skin. So if you have some kids around that are interested in, I'm not just saying little girls, I'm saying little boys that have an interest in the kind of podcast arena, but also information. So this could be very fun. And we're doing a podcast pop-up shop every Tuesday and Thursday with the staff from the Novita Spa Medical Rejuvenation Clinic. So let me give you a little history and a bio on GiGi. GiGi has been with me actually from the day I opened this business in 2005. I met her many years ago as I was putting together the spa, and she was beginning her aesthetic career at that time, and she joined me, and she's been a treasure. She left for a little bit and then came back in 2012, and we have been building the clinical, medical, wellness dynamic of the Novita Spa Medical Rejuvenation Clinic. I call it a hybrid because it is a luxury day spa, but it also is a clinical skincare, medical, as well as wellness spa. And we'll a little bit about that as we go on. But is GiGi on or not really?
She's on, but
We can't hear her.
mm-mm.
No. Oh, crummy. Is she live on her Facebook?
I don't know.
Kiana, why don't you call her and see what's going on? Maybe she can't answer that. I am so sorry, guys. We were hoping to have GiGi with me, and so that we could talk to you together, and that she could share her information, basically about Novita Spa Medical Rejuvenation Clinic's facial program. GiGi is a medical esthetician. That means that she is licensed to do laser hair removal, medical facials such as IPL, sublime, sublative, any other type of laser work as well. She also is a trained body contouring specialist. Starting, and this came from my phone was on. Was hoping to hear from her, but that was just her phone, so she must have hung up a while ago. Anyway, she is a gem. She's a jewel. She does everything, and I call her MacGyver because if we didn't have a facial bed, she could do it on the counter. She is just an intrepid person who is always here for the guest, the client, the patient, always creating true results. And so, with that said, we were going to, and I'm going to continue on. I don't know where she is with her live because she's going to be live. I can't even hear her. That's the crummy thing. But you know what? Maybe I'll call her and listen to her that way. Can we do that?
Yeah.
So why don't you take my phone and call her, please, and put it on speaker, and we can listen to each other at least. That's kind of how we did on Tuesday when Bridget was on Instagram and I was on Facebook, but it wasn't live. Now we're live, correct, Elizabeth? So at least we're live here with you, and we'll carry on. As I said, grab a cocktail, grab an iced tea, water, whatever is good for you right now, and let's just talk about the skin. Well, I'm going to start first with why would you even cleanse your skin? The skin is the largest organ of the body. It's the largest organ of elimination. What goes in must come out. Everything affects the skin. Stress, which we're all under, pollution, hormone change. Everything affects the skin. As I'm looking outside, it's raining right now, and it was very sunny and pretty yesterday. So our sebum, our sebaceous glands are producing, so that affects the skin. But we're all cells, and we have cell turnover every 30 to 90 days. And in that sequence of 30 to 90 days, your cells turn over, and if not removed, then they just build up. So what's the big deal about that? Is she there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me, Miss Gigi? Hello, hello. Hi, G. Can you hear me?
GiGi?
It's on speaker, so I don't know. This is so frustrating. But anyway, we are all cells, and we have cell turnover every 30 to 90 days. So what's the big deal about that? Well, if I took a piece of tape and took your cells and put them under a microscope, that top layer of the epidermis looks like brick and mortar, like a wall, with thousands of little holes. So if you don't whisk away those dead skin cells, then they build up and thicken that wall and clog your pores. Clog your pores with dead skin cells, as well as your own sebum, pollution of the day. And so it is not a good thing, because you're trying to get other ingredients through that wall, and all it's then going to do is lubricate that wall. So it's thick, here's that thickened wall, and then ingredients just sitting there. And so that's why over, let's say 28 to 40, you see your skin start changing. You see it becoming duller, and you see it become more lifeless, and you see it not as dewy and hydrated as it was. And so it's so important to exfoliate. Now there's different forms of exfoliation, and hi Tiffany, hello, hello, and Erica and Clinton, good to see you guys. We're doing the pop-up shop. We wanted to do a joint with Aginah Spencer and myself. I'm on my Facebook page. It's not going to work because she's going to talk into her.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear her. I mean, I can hear. Gigi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. So I don't know how you're going to do this, guys, but it'll be you with me and Gigi's Facebook friends with she, right, Gigi?
Yes.
Okay. And Gigi's Facebook friends cannot see me, and you cannot see Gigi. But as I shared, that Gigi is my trusted confidant and right-hand esthetician, leading the way with me. She joined me when I first started the spa in 2005, left a little bit after a couple years and came back, and we introduced, I should say, and built together the medical aesthetic and wellness with all of that we do. But we're all home right now, and I said, Gigi, to our guests to grab a cocktail, grab a water, grab an iced tea, sit back and let us entertain them, right? And so unfortunately, you need to talk to your people as well. So why don't we, I'm thinking out of it, just right out of the box here, why don't I continue? Should I turn the sound off and you do your thing and I do mine, I guess is what we're gonna have to do?
Let's just, you go ahead and go, and I'm not going to be able to talk to my people at the moment.
Because you're listening to me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a delay.
And there's a delay as well, okay.
Yes.
So, maybe what we should do today, see, this is live TV, guys. Maybe what we should do today is, so are you going to come off of live and just talk to me and be part of this show that way, or what do you want to do?
No, just go ahead and stay live, and then I'll chime in. I'm watching you on my screen,
Yeah.
and then I'll just chime in. Just
Okay.
go ahead.
And then you can post this on your Facebook,
Right.
later. Okay, then that's what we'll
Right.
do. Okay, love. Hello, Bridget. Bridget says hello, Gigi.
Hi, Bridget. I can see the comments and
Oh,
everything.
okay, good. Okay, cool. Then we don't have to, I don't have to worry about that. All right. So basically, I was just giving a little bio to you, my dear, that Gigi shared earlier. I call her MacGyver because she is an intrepid soul and is a researcher and truly looks into things and studies things. And why I say MacGyver, because let's say there was a challenge and there was a room that wasn't set up and someone was in the room that she most often uses, she could do the facial on the counter here. She would do it with a happy heart and a smile on her face. She is a wonderful woman and a great team person. And as I said, she's been with me for years and I truly, truly love her. So we all, as a team, all the gals and I got together last Friday and we said, let's bring the Novita Spa to you guys. And so on Tuesday, Bridget joined me, and she was on Instagram, and I was on Facebook, and we basically did a hand peel, which we'll talk about a little bit at the end. But what Gigi and I wanted to do was really do an at-home facial for you with the Novita Spa Clinical products, and that way you could see the why and the what we do and the why we do it. So Gigi, Bridget, can this pick up Gigi?
Mm-hmm.
It can. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, should I move it closer to the camera? Okay, good. All right, Gigi, why don't you share with our guests the why of the dynamic of, as we talked about, the AM, PM, but why the PM is so darn important of what you're doing with your skin. And anything you would like to share before we jump in, but then why don't you talk if Elizabeth said that the guests can hear you, so then I can start doing the facial when you're ready for me to do that. Okay?
Okay. Well, first of all, I basically wash my face or cleanse my face twice a day. I do a morning cleanse and then I do my PM cleanse. I feel like the PM cleanse is most important because the skin repairs itself as we're sleeping. So basically having a great regimen at nighttime to help repair the cells of the skin is very important.
So let me just share one thing as I start here. I have before we went live, I washed my hands. When we did the peel on Tuesday, both Bridget and I, because that's a professional treatment, had gloves on. But I don't have gloves on because this is in my bathroom. But like we all know, those 20 seconds, I do the Our Father, and the 20 seconds, and we cleanse our hands. So I did that. Well, I set everything up, then I went back into the spa and washed my hands. So my hands are clean before I touch my face. This is not a bad idea to do even after we come through this dynamic right now. But this is the Melt Away, which is a gentle foaming cleanser. But what's interesting about this cleanser is that it is lauryl sulfate free. So that means soap, but it still foams. And that is the unique dynamic of this product. Hello, Scotty. And I am going to cleanse my skin with Melt Away. Now, if I was truly in my bathroom, I would be basically cleansing my neck, chest, down to my décolleté. I would do my neck area, my chest area, down to the décolleté. Now, I am going to do a double cleanse, as Gigi said earlier, and I am going to remove this first cleanse, and you all have a washcloth. Now, normally I have non-woven little towels. I could use my SD wipe, but I want to save those for later. I put a little light powder on, but you see, I have some makeup on. And so I am removing that, technically, with this first cleanse. Now, people then think that they're cleansing their skin and really cleansing their skin. But we're going to see after this cleanse, doing the second cleanse with the Melt Away. And the Melt Away is a very unique product in that it's not only has cleansing agents in it, but it also has our proprietary ABC complex, So it's also lightly exfoliating chemically, and we'll discuss that in a minute. And it also has humectants in it, which are hydrating ingredients. And it then will leave the skin dewy soft, not squeaky clean. So now I'm going to use my Clarisonic, which is a sonic brush. There's others in the marketplace, but this is the one we use here at the spa. So I'm just using this, and I said you think after that one cleanse that you get everything removed and you get into that pore, because the health of the skin is predicated on the health of the pore. And so I'm just walking this around my face. I would go down on my neck, chest, and work in, because this is getting this meltway into those pores. And the ABC complex, the alpha beta stabilized vitamin C, the chemical exfoliant, is getting into those pores, as well as helping to break down that thickened wall. Now you see it's not terribly dirty, yucky, from after the first cleanse and then doing the second cleanse and then utilizing it with the sonic cleansing brush. Anything you want to add, my dear?
Can you hear me?
I can. No, I said, is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I'm basically removing, and I didn't really do a great first cleanse because I'm on camera with you, but we are now drying the skin. Just take an SD wipe and pat dry. So at home, when you're home, and as Gigi said, in the PM, because the skin repairs itself at night, it's so important to remove the debris, your makeup, and guys use this too, but it's the debris of the day and your own dead skin cells. And so you can see how dewy soft my skin is, not squeaky clean. It feels just really supple and hydrated. So that's the cleansing step. So can you share a little bit about the difference between mechanical, and I'll just show on camera the AM cleanser, the gelée consistency of the Rise and Shine, but also the jojoba beads, and just share a little bit about, because we're going to go into the microderm after this.
Okay, so as far as exfoliation of the skin needs cleansing, exfoliation, hydration, and balance. So as far as the difference between a chemical exfoliation and a mechanical exfoliation, which you're going to find in the Rise and Shine, which is our AM cleanser, you're going to, if you were to use the Clarisonic with the microderm cream, you're going to get a mechanical exfoliation. So that's, anything that you're going to fluff the skin with mechanically.
So what Gigi's saying is there's two types of exfoliation, mechanical and chemical. And mechanical is anything from a jojoba bead to microdermabrasion crystals. You can feel it. So I tried to show it to you on the camera, but they're round, soft, squishy jojoba beads. They're biodegradable. So basically, while she was talking, I was just working on my hands, with the Rise and Shine. This is a great product to have in your shower to use. It's a lavender. It smells great. It just rises and shines. You feel super in the morning as you're getting going, but use it on your body as well. Many people do that. But so you just said the difference between exfoliation. Mechanical is anything from a jojoba bead to microdermabrasion crystals. It buffs and polishes that wall, that thickened wall. Chemical exfoliation dissolves that wall. So the ABC complex, proprietary ABC complex in the Novita Spa Clinical products are alpha beta stabilized vitamin C, and those are chemical ingredients such as enzymes, but those are fruit acids. And glycolic acid is the foundation of the ABC complex, and glycolic acid is from sugarcane. And it has a very small molecular structure, great ability to penetrate through the epidermal layer and into the dermal layers, okay? So we use, and so we're kind of demonstrating the PM, you know, I have my bathrobe on here, I'm ready, getting ready for bed. So we're demonstrating the PM concept of the Novita Spa Clinical products. So now, but we're also combining it with a little treatment dynamic. And so we're going to use the microdermabrasion cream, and that is here, and to show you the, so this is a mechanical exfoliant. And this isn't a part of the daily routine. This is a treatment product, and we use this in our facials. So why don't you share that a little bit?
So usually at nighttime, I will kind of do, I just call it a little tip to kind of skip a step as I'm adding in the treatment. I may, skip ahead and add a little of the microderm cream in with my melt away as a treatment. And pretty much either way you do it is going to be correct. But just to kind of skip a step, I cleanse my face, my neck, my décolleté, to give myself really great chemical exfoliation.
So what Miss Gigi
mechanical exfoliation.
So what Gigi just said, guys, and I'm going to show you. So she basically, to reiterate, she said at night she'll take her melt away and add a little bit of the mechanical miracle microdermabrasion crystal cream to the melt away. So I've already done that step. I wanted to show it to you independently, but I just put on the crystal in a whipped lipid base, the microdermabrasion crystals, and so I'm just adding a little melt away to it to show you basically what Gigi just said to you. Okay. So with that, you can use and on occasion just mention about the Clarisonic again.
Kind of move the product around on the face, you can use a Clarisonic or any type of sonic brush to whisk away, to basically push the product down into the pores. It makes it be a lovely at-home treatment. It's something that we are using in the spa also, but just a really great way to, have the product penetrate the skin, whisk away any sebum that's kind of trapped into the pores.
So I just then now used it, and you can clearly see that the skin from the beginning, when I cleansed, because this brush itself has kind of a two-tone, so that's not makeup or debris, that's the brush of the Clarisonic. But now I'm going to just gently remove that. Now remember, this is you in your home doing a home facial, but what I want to share with you guys is in our facials, we do a double cleanse, we do the mechanical exfoliation. Now, you can buy a little steamer on Amazon, versus our big steamers that we have in the treatment rooms, but you can get one of those little tabletop type of things that might not be as accessible right now, but you certainly can go online and look for that. Wouldn't you agree, G? That
Yes, I do agree. And then if you don't have a steamer at home, you could always turn on your hot water, put a towel over your face and over the sink just to kind of steam, or either use warm steam towels. A good trick for at home is put a towel in water and just nuke it for 30 seconds so you have a nice warm towel.
not too long, because we've had people do that and burn the towels. But
we definitely don't want anyone to burn themselves.
Right. But anyway, so absolutely. So you don't need to worry about getting a steamer. The tips that G just shared were, again, fabulous. Meaning, when I was a child, my mother I would go into her bathroom and see a, she would be doing a tent, as she called it, because she had sinus problems. And so, bye-bye, Kiana. Thank you for helping. Appreciate it. Anyway, so that's a great thing, though, to help absorb all of these ingredients and but like Gigi also said, to take a little terry towel like this or a washcloth, wet it, and put it in your microwave just for 30 seconds, not more. And it'll be nice and moist and toasty. And then you can do what we do in the spa, meaning wrap the face and just pat into that. Okay? All right, so now I just want to point out something that we do in the spa. This is also available online, but this is our European Botanical Massage Cream. It's like a body butter, has a little more substance to it. I use it actually on my body as a body butter, but this has wonderful botanicals and cold pressed botanicals and essential oils. And so you could do for your special someone, you know, a massage for your kids or tents. It's a great product to use just on the body. But in a facial, we do a facial massage. So you would not take a lot. It's very concentrated. You would take just probably more like I'm doing like 2 fingers together, but kind of a nickel size, and then just massage the skin. It's just lovely. It's relaxing. It's aromatherapy, and it couldn't be done. And so we're kind of flipping in between the night and a treatment, but we'll earmark when it is a treatment type of product, okay? Now again, what's unique about Novita is everything we're showing you, everything except our chemical peel is available to you to purchase on our website, and that you can use, and we use it at our spa. So this is truly showing you the what and the why. Because again, why would you cleanse? You cleanse to remove the debris of the day, dead skin cells. Why would you do chemical and mechanical? Because one dissolves that debris, but also a mechanical buffs and polishes it, works together in tandem. And then, so that was the cleansing steps, and then the mechanical microdermabrasion cream. I talked about our beautiful European botanical massage cream, as well to do a treatment. Okay? So now we're going to flip into, wouldn't you agree, Gigi, where we're going to flip into the advanced revitalizing gel and explain more in depth about chemical exfoliation?
Right. So for the PM cleanse, we have our advanced revitalizing gel, and it's our booster. It's going to be the step 2 in your night cleanse. You have your melt away with your scrub, and then our advanced revitalizing gel is going to be chemical exfoliation.
So I just took a little bit goes a long way. And
A
long way. And this has a complex called Actifirm, which is a firming complex of botanicals, echinacea and gotu kola and some other botanicals that work in a complex. So why would I have that in the PM, she used the word booster, in the rapid exfoliation booster versus the AM, which is the advanced revitalizing serum? Well, the reason is because your skin is repairing itself as you sleep, and you want to utilize ingredients that really enhance that repair and repair and renewal. Not just repairing, but renewing and getting
renewal of the
yes,
skin cells.
absolutely. So again, I would put this on my neck, chest. I'm operating from no glasses, so that's a little tricky. But I put this on my hands, cuticles, all the time, every AMP, when I use the step 2s, as well as down on my neck and chest. So this is the PM, this is the Advanced Revitalizing Gel, but the AM is the Advanced Revitalizing Serum, but they both have the same concentration of our ABC complex, and they both have 10% glycolic. Now this is 30% glycolic, guys. This is 30. So this is a professional product. This is 10%, and then also a blend of the other alpha hydroxys and stabilized vitamin C. So it's really more like a 20% solution that is dissolving, but it has different ingredients. This is really much more direct, straight, meaning with not other ingredients with it. But what I'm really trying to say is, if you want to look at a home peel, if you want to use that term, these are your tickets. Because you may be using a product that you love and say, I've used XYZ for years, but I don't see that glow that you have. I don't see that difference. Truly, it is the synergy of the products, but it is also these two products themselves that make a huge difference. So they will enhance what other products you're using. So I truly, heartily suggest that you try one of these, not go to the water, that you try one of the AM or PM Advanced Revitalizing Serum or Gel. But now back to the difference. The serum, the AM, has a very high concentration of hyaluronic acid, which is one of the most, if not the most, hydrating ingredients on the planet. It holds 1,000 times its weight in water, very large molecule, so it just, the skin just sucks that in.
Drinks it up.
Just drinks it up. It was initially used for eye surgery to keep the eye moist, and so today hyaluronic acid is the tour de force. It's a very popular ingredient in products. But what sets these products apart is not only the quality of the active ingredients, but the formulas. Meaning, you can put hyaluronic acid, like in the last ingredient on the ingredient deck, and it's, as we call it in manufacturing, it's a window dressing, but there's not very much in it. The serum has a high concentration of hyaluronic acid. So along with the ABC complex, our antioxidant complex, vitamin A, C, D, and E, that work synergistically together. Okay? So now we're going to finish off with night recovery.
Yes.
And so why don't you share a little bit about that?
So our night recovery is the step 3 of the PM system, and it is going to be used to hydrate the skin. It's non-comedogenic. It's very emollient product. I especially love to use it in the colder months. Not that I don't use it any other time, but sometimes when my skin is a little more dry, I enjoy using my night recovery, sometimes even in the daytime.
I had to leave the screen for a minute because I went into the inventory and took out 2 microdermabrasion creams, so I had to get a night recovery.
Me too. My setup over here has a couple of duplicate products.
Right. So, with that said, as Ms. GiGi said, this is the PM moisturizer. Now, all of the system, and this is a system, has our proprietary ABC complex in different concentrations, but each product has its own personality with different botanicals, antioxidants, hydrating ingredients, such as what I've been sharing. But the moisturizers, Day Survival, and we'll talk about that after I apply the night recovery, but Day Survival and Night Recovery both have a very sophisticated peptide chain. Peptides are amino acids. They're the DNA building block structure of your skin. So they both have the peptide chain in it. Now you can't have peptides in high concentration with glycolic acid because it'll eat it up. So that's why peptides need to be in an emollient, as GiGi called this. So here's Night Recover. I took it out with my spatula, and I'm just, again, very concentrated. It has a neroli and citrus and lavender, so it smells delicious. And you just apply it to the skin. And GiGi was saying in colder months that sometimes she'll use this in the day. And that's the beauty of this system as well, guys, is that it is a 3-step system, AM, PM concept that can be customized. And what I mean by that is many people use all 6, but some people will customize it and customize, as GiGi said, for the season. So it's a very versatile, very user-friendly system of products. Now, GiGi, before we go on to the accessories, I just want to talk about a little bit about eye products, okay? Now,
about the eye products, the eye lighten up. And
well, both of them, yes, both of them, and then we can talk then about the lighten up independently, okay? And then we'll come back to then the other accessory products. Okay? Okay.
So, the really great accessory product is our eye and lip repair and restore. It can be used AM and PM, but personally for myself, and this is something that I know for me, that I show how I feel underneath my eyes. A lot of times the skin there is a little thinner, so you might see the lines under your eyes. So this is a really great treatment to help with the fine lines and to basically treat the under eye and around the mouth for those lip lines. So the eye and lip R&R, basically eye and lip repair restore is an excellent accessory product.
Very good point about the eye area. The eye, you know, as they say, the eyes have it, or the eyes are the window of the soul. The eyes show,
Right.
like you said. So this is a gel cream consistency, very unique delivery system. You can see the
Right.
gel cream actually on my hands. And so it's gentle enough to use on the orbital area. The orbital is the entire socket. It's ginseng, cucumber, Japanese green tea. So if people have a challenge with sinus challenges and puffy under eye area, this is a great product for. It has a very light concentration of the ABC complex, but it does, so it's gently exfoliating chemically, no mechanical, but then ginseng and cucumber and calming and cooling and helping, you know, the fine lines, because you've already put the serum and or gel, as well as the day survival and night recovery in this area here, which, you know, a lot of movement. I'm showing the side of the eyes, Gigi, you know, where people, you know, get crinkly and wrinkly, but this helps. I'm talking about the serum and gel and day survival and night recovery for minimizing fine lines, retexturizing the skin, hydrating the skin. But this product, the Eye and Lip R&R, helps with not only hydrating, but also minimizing fine lines, but then that puffiness, it helps to draw that fluid out. But why lip? Why does it say eye and lip? The reason for that, guys, is that the lip area does not have any hair follicles, just like the orbital area.
Right.
And it builds up, though. I mean, why do you put on a dry chapstick, 20 times a day? Because you need exfoliation.
Right.
And so it's imperative. Hello, Michelle. Hi. It's imperative to exfoliate gently the lip area. If you wear lipstick, it will go on much better. It will be smoother. It will not feather. So that gentle chemical exfoliation in the eye and lip area is vital. So I do have lipstick on, but you know, you would just dap it on and put it on, meaning this is after you've removed everything. And but this isn't going to be negative, putting it on top of lipstick. But I'm saying this was designed for the entire eye area, the orbital area, as well as the lip and the upper lip. So I would cleanse my skin. I would then do the microdermabrasion mechanical if I was doing it that night. I don't do that every night. I do that like 2-3 times a week. I'll ask you, Gigi, to interface in a minute. But then I will put on my serum and gel, and then I put on my moisturizers. And then at the end, because I want the serum and gel to absorb in, but again, you're not going to put it on the orbital area. You're just going to put it in the eye socket. I'm talking about the serum and gel. And the moisturizers, you can go up a little higher because it doesn't have as high concentration as the serum and gel do. But then I'll put on my eye and lip. Eye and lip, R&R. So repair and restore. And so they're really unique products that have unique ingredients, but they're synergistically designed to work together. There's no guesswork, there's no challenge of it, and as I keep saying, for anyone from 8 to 108 who has skin. I mean, children who are, if you want to teach, the first thing you should teach a kid this next month while they're home with you is to cleanse their skin. And that could be at, 7, 8, type of thing. Wouldn't you agree, Gigi?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do agree. I don't know if you noticed, but Michelle, hi Michelle, she asked if the products were available on Amazon.
They are, and they're also available on Amazon shortly. I don't know if today, because Amazon is having a harder time shipping quickly. So we're shipping over to vendor shipping, and I don't know if my gal has done that yet, but it absolutely, the whole line, and you can see the whole line on Amazon. Thank you for asking, Michelle. But you can also purchase on our website, novitaspa.com, and that order comes into us, and I take it down to our friendly FedEx store here in Georgetown, and we'll ship to you very quickly. So it is either Amazon or novitaspa.com, and we will get it out to you immediately. I don't know really the timeline of them. We watch it and that people are purchasing, but we can't tell you today how long it will take. So, during this season, it might be easier for you to purchase through novitaspa.com. Okay. So we finished. Thank you, Gigi, for following that. I appreciate it very much. And so finished talking about the eye and lip R&R, but I do want to talk about the Lighten Up. And I want to talk about it right now because before we go too further in. But hello, Patricia and Dennis and Jack and Wes. Thank you. A lot of guys. Yay. I'm so excited because we say that the Novita Spa Clinical products are for anyone from 8 to 108 who has skin. And that means you, gentlemen. And everything is applicable to you, everything Gigi and I are saying, meaning from the need of cleansing, the need of chemical and mechanical exfoliation, the need for hydration. Now we're going to go into talking a little bit about hyperpigmentation because people will come to us, myself and the other estheticians, and Gigi and Bridget are medical estheticians as well as I, and they'll say, can you remove this? Can you remove this? Well, often, and they're talking about whiteheads, which are calcified sebum. Remember that pore. The health of the skin is predicated on the health of the pore. A blackhead is an oxidized sebum in that pore. Calcified means it's hard. It's just hard. It's very, very difficult to remove. I'm going to have Gigi talk about that in a minute. A blackhead, as I said, is oxidized sebum. So it's sitting in there and it's just turning black. Yuck. But as you start to chemically exfoliate daily in a gentle, balanced fashion, it will not allow the sebum to build up in the pore. It will not allow dead skin cells to build up in the pore. It will not allow that wall to build and not enable other ingredients to penetrate through. So that's a calcified sebum and eliminate totally when I say totally, if you consistently use these products, it was overnight, Rome wasn't built in a day, but if you consistently use these products, it will truly help eliminate buildup of blackheads. But hyperpigmentation is a different story. The skin is made up of many, many, many layers. And the top layer, the epidermal layer, is stratum cornea of the epidermis, the top layer. It's the protective layer. It's the layer you see. But back in the day when I was a teenager and in college in early 20s, baby oil and reflectors were used all the time. And so, you're frying your skin with, baking grease. And so anyone my age and a little younger, you often see a lot of hyperpigmentation. And that's because of doing that type of thing. You don't see it as much today. Would you agree with that, Gigi?
Yes, I do. And I think that people are more aware of the damage that, UV rays, UVA, UVB rays cause to the skin. Hyperpigmentation is something that is really prevalent in all skin, but most especially ethnic skin or darker Fitzpatrick's. For myself, I have melasma, which is a skin condition that causes hyperpigmentation, particularly flares, depending on how much sun exposure that I've had, even with sunscreen, the foods that I eat, as well as stress. So the Lighten Up product, which is a lightening firming cream with Vitagen, which is a patented ingredient that lifts and firms the skin, helps me with my hyperpigmentation, and I don't go without it.
So if someone could, for my sake, and Gigi is watching the comments, if you could comment and let me know and Gigi know if you can hear when she comments, because what she just shared there is vitally important to understand. And what she, just to reiterate, not the whole thing, but she is a black woman and she has a challenge with
hyperpigmentation and melasma.
I was just trying to think of how I'm going to, and so she personally, but before we go specifically into that, I want to give you a little information. Again, hyperpigmentation and she mentioned the term Fitzpatrick, and that's not to get too far in the weeds, but that is a scale of if you if you always burn, never tan, and on, and it's a Fitzpatrick level, and Bridget can hear her fine. Super, thank you, Bridget, appreciate it. And so I'm a Fitzpatrick too. I burn, but I tan. And so what Gigi's saying is that she has more melanin in her skin, and so she has that uneven tone, and it exacerbates or gets worse from stress, as she just said. Hello, things she eats. Hello, everything affects the skin, as I said earlier. And what else did you say? You said stress and what you eat. And what else did you say?
Sometimes even the weather. How cold it is, how hot it is,
how cold it is,
exposure my skin gets.
Okay, so she was saying even the weather will challenge that. So when I developed this product, when I was re-engineering glycolate to Novita Spa Clinicals in '97, I said to my chemist, not knowing that there was ever going to be a term called a clean line, and not ever knowing that hydroquinone was going to be considered a controversial ingredient, and not, if it had it, it would not be a clean line. And so what I said to the chemist was, I want to put together a lightening, brightening, firming product that is not controversial, but that simply works. And so we put together the Lighten Up. So we had already developed the Iron Lip R&R. But when I said this to him a year or so later, I wanted to add this to the line. It's a complex of botanicals, licorice and mulberry extracts that are known lightening and brightening ingredients with our ABC complex. So always breaking that thickened wall down and enabling ingredients to penetrate in. But what I didn't know when I developed this with my chemist, because my position was just facial, hand, neck, chest, hyperpigmentation. I didn't know what Gigi was going to say about melasma or experience it, and I did not know that people were going to put it on their entire eye area, especially if they had darker, and she said this earlier, that she is challenged by this. You know how she feels, she said, by looking at her under eye area. I started getting emails and letters and people commenting at trade shows, wow, this is a great eye product. I never designed it for an eye product, but it truly is a great product for that. So if you have a challenge with darker circles, men have that, teens have that. It really is very hereditary often, but it doesn't irritate the skin. Why don't you talk about that a tad?
So, it's a very gentle product. I can use the Eye Lip R&R and the Lighten Up in conjunction with one another. I use them also in my nasolabial folds just because the Vitagen product does lifting and firming. It's very gentle. If you feel anything, it's going to be from the activity of the product, but it's mild enough and gentle enough to use in those sensitive areas of the skin.
Right, that's a great point. Great point. That lightening, brightening, firming. And again, I reiterate, guys, that these products are a safe, synergistic system. And Heather, hello, good to see you, my dear. Thank you for joining us on our pop-up shop. We'll figure this out, guys. We've got a while to figure this out.
Because my setup is awesome. I hate that I couldn't be live with you.
I hate it too, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to call Rob Hip, and maybe Michelle can help us with that. If you're still on, Michelle, let me know if that's something you can help us with. But we'll figure it out, because next Tuesday we're going to be back up with the pop-up shop. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off the point. But what GiGi also said, which I love, is that people, I'll just repeat what she said, that often she uses the eye and lip R&R in conjunction with the Lighten Up, and she'll put the Lighten Up, you don't put the eye and lip in your nasal labia fold, it's the Lighten Up, correct?
The Lighten Up,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So she has already put on her step 2, she's put on her step 3, and when do you do that, by the way? I'm saying that, but I'm asking you. When do you put the Lighten Up on your nasal labia fold and this marionette line area?
Yes, I do. And I actually will cleanse and exfoliate, and then I actually put my Lighten Up and eye and lip R&R before I put my gel on, just because the gel, pushes the product in the skin, so I use it in that step.
Meaning because the serum and gel absorb in so quickly and it's very active. So,
right.
Correct, yes. So what she's just said is she will cleanse, and then she will put on the eye and lip R&R and the Lighten Up before she puts on her step 2 and step 3. So I'm going to say to you guys, there's no right or wrong. I mean, there really isn't.
No right or wrong.
And that's what's beautiful about this line, because, I've been in the aesthetic world for over 30 years, and was a pioneer, so to speak, in result-oriented skincare. And I'll never forget when I first launched Glycolique, which was a 3-step system. People said, how do I use it? Meaning because they were so used to these long European lines with so many products and very confusing. I mean, it's cleansing. If you want to call this a toner, it's a toner or moisturizer. The microdermabrasion cream is a treatment product. You can use it every day or a couple to 3 times a week. Make it more of your special facial as you're in, home with, and you could have a facial night with everybody and get your husband involved or your boyfriend or whomever, and just have a fun evening together, and the kids too. But as GiGi was saying, then this is a specific eye and lip product. Don't forget, the lips need to be exfoliated, but this is a lightening, brightening, very effective, but not a bleaching. By the way, the ingredient hydroquinone, why it is so controversial is it has I hate to use the word bleaching, but it has a much more aggressive, lightening personality to it. And hello, Miss Laura, good to see you. To it. Why don't you explain a little bit about hydroquinone? Because as a medical esthetician, we still use hydroquinone compounds with post-laser. So you might explain, just to give them a little taste of what you do.
So as far as hydroquinone is concerned, and as Megan stated, it's very controversial. It can be damaging to the skin over time. It can be irritating to the skin over time, especially in the summer months when you shouldn't be using anything to lighten the skin. I know as a black woman, hydroquinone, and not just black woman, but ethnic, whether
Yes.
it be
Yeah.
Hispanic or anyone with a darker Fitzpatrick,
Right.
hydroquinone is controversial. But after a laser treatment, we use a compound that, and I won't say what the compound is, but it is a 4% hydroquinone, which is by prescription. You aren't able to get a hydroquinone higher than that without a prescription, but because we are a medical spa doing clinical medical treatments, we will use hydroquinone. But the Lighten Up brightens the skin without using hydroquinone, so it's safe to use every day. There are times where I would use a hydroquinone on myself, but not for the purpose of definitely lightening my skin, but definitely to help with the melasma as I'm doing a treatment. And a treatment that I would do for melasma involves a series. So adding a hydroquinone compound might be something that I would do for that.
So I just wanted Gigi to share that, not for you guys at home. I mean, doing facials on yourself and and post this quarantine time. But I wanted she to share that because we are a medical spa as well. But we never, and I mean never, ever jump over prepping and preconditioning the skin. Home care, as Bridget and I spoke a lot of on Tuesday, not Monday, home care is vitally important. But Gigi and I'll go into that in more depth in a minute. But why I asked Gigi to speak about hydroquinone is that a couple points. But as I said, to earmark that we are a medical spa, and earmark that we, what's the word I want? We always work under our medical and guidelines, and will never do things that are inappropriate for you. But if it's a part of the medical guideline of, let's say, a facial IPL and or resurfacing with sublative, then it's appropriate for that. So we don't just do it. We always educate you, do the treatment, and customize the treatment for you and your needs. But I just wanted to have share a little bit about that. So with that said, this is a clean line. It's a synergistic approach, and so let's go into before we go to clear skin. Let's talk a little bit about. We didn't do Gigi, and we were going to do this. I'll do it on my hand. Because we were focusing on what the guests were doing at home daily, and my brain went over that, and we didn't do our treatment with our enzyme mask. So let's save that for the end, okay? We'll do that. Okay? I just want to finish these products, and then we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about, synergistically home care, okay? Well, I shared earlier about hyaluronic acid being one of, if not the most hydrating ingredient on the planet. It holds 1,000 times its weight in water. So it's a very large molecule, very hydrating. Now, there are many people today, and I don't know it to me almost seems like an epidemic of rosacea. Would you agree with that, Gigi?
I do. I agree with that.
It is rosacea is basically a vascular condition. The capillaries distend. You see a redness to the skin image, what you see, to your eyes, but it can worsen and it can lessen by stress and what you eat, spicy foods. It is very hereditary. We see a thread of that, but we also see that people who had never had it all of a sudden seem to have rosacea. And it really, in my observation, it often goes hand in glove with what's going on, maybe new medication, maybe post-anesthesia. It could be stress, again, induced, but also exacerbated by these other circumstances. But it is basically a more hereditary, but it is a vascular condition. Now, this product I created many years ago. This is one of the most popular independent products in the line. People, my friend Jan Gus Gibson said, "Oh my God, I need my yellow." But that's it's not a colorant, it's a botanical that's in it. But this is a serum that can go on anytime. You can put it on top of your makeup. You can put it, men, you can have it in your golf bag, your beach bag, your briefcase. It just adds a dewy, hydrated, it's like a tall drink of water. It has, again, a very, very, even higher than the serum, concentration of hyaluronic acid, but it also has a patented ingredient called Rejuvenation. That's a BioSwiss extract that adds greater oxygenation and respiration to the skin. So it helps dramatically with people with vascular needs, dramatically. And for you guys, if you're still on with us, both Gigi and I have worked on men, forever. And men may not be the most consistent to come to the spa for a treatment once their condition is corrected, but they're so consistent in using their home care. Because it's like they know that this helped them, and help them with that situation. So rosacea, I'm not saying this is for rosacea. It wasn't ever designed specifically for rosacea, but I was very clear when I put the Revitalin in this that it would help that because of that oxygenation to the skin. But it is a dramatically hydrating ingredient. So if your skin is more on the dry side, you can put it on top of your day survival, you can put it on top of your night recovery, but you can also put it on during the day independently with it. And then I just want to talk about the exhilaration, then you can share. And then this is a hydrating mist. This is chock full, can't see, so chock full of antioxidants, hydrating ingredients. I just got it in my mouth. See, it's not. It's a water base. It has sodium NAPC, which is a natural mineral that holds moisture to the hair shaft, so it's great at, hair color and the like, but also, with this. I used to call this, when I used to do a tremendous amount of trade shows, I used to call this the Pure Energy Duo, and when I used to travel in and out of DFW every week, I would absolutely have this in my satchel, and as the plane stabilized, I would put on my air supply and then spritz on exhilaration. And there's still flight attendants that buy this to this day because of they say, wow, that smells great, what is that? And I would say, here, give me your finger, and they would put it on because there's nothing more dehydrating than air pressure. And so it's so fantastic. High elevations. When I go to Colorado, it's like, I'll be wherever, and somebody's talking to me about their dry skin, I will say, oh, put your finger up. So it is dramatically hydrated. I mean, so for a gentleman, I mean, you might use one of the cleansers and this, and then occasionally use I'm not advocating that, that's not my point. But my point is I want you to understand how user-friendly this is, how flexible this is, how you can use this for your own needs. So I wanted you to understand that. We use these products all through the day, every day, in all of our treatments.
So the air supply and the eye exhilaration are, and I hate to say I have favorite products, but besides the Lighten Up, which is an accessory, these are two products that I carry in my purse. My hair tends to be low moisture, so I will, after I do even my hair, I'll spray the eye exhilaration. I use the eye exhilaration and the air supply under my mineral makeup because I tend to go for a more natural look, just to set my mineral powder. So these are two accessories for hydration, nourishing of the skin. You see immediate results from these products. It helps the skin to look dewy. It smells amazing. So these are just two products that I recommend that you add to your facial regimen.
So as I shared, we use all these products. I said this earlier and I'll repeat. These products are utilized in all of our treatments. So we're bringing the spa to you. We're bringing a clinical medical spa facial structure to you where you're going to see difference in your skin. But I said these products for anyone from 8 to 108 who has skin, and it is for all skin types. Now, we've talked about rosacea, we've talked about melasma, we've talked about, I haven't honed in on age management. The term anti-aging to me has always been a misnomer. Anti-aging, that's when you're 6 feet under. So it's being the best you can be, because why is there a variable from 30 to 90 days? That's because as you get older, cell turnover slows down. So it just thickens and thickens and thickens. So meaning when you're a little one, that's real quick. So 30 to 90 days, it just gets slower. So we've been talking about, being the best you can be. Whatever age you are, whatever skin type you are, whatever Fitzpatrick you are, from, as I said, my father's family's from Italy, so I have a lot of melanin from that position. My mother was from Ireland. She wasn't personally, but her father and family. And so, so very, very fair. So I burn, I do, but I tan. So we've talked about age management. I've talked about how, hyperpigmentation, meaning the chemical exfoliation in these products. These are like home peels, so to speak. The word peel is a misnomer and very confusing to people because in order for your skin to shed, like if you go on at the ballpark and get a sunburn, that means that it has injured the skin. My whole philosophy is progressive, non-aggressive, never to injure the skin, but to, in a balanced fashion, to improve the skin. So when I use the word peel, it's only because the world calls it that, but they don't even know what they're talking about, meaning this is a 30% glycolic, this is a 10%, but this still doesn't force the skin to shed. The skin, this is a lightening, brightening, but it just gives maximum impact to lighten and brighten and just make the skin just come alive. So I just want you to understand that when you go to wherever and they do a deep peel, that is, in my opinion, not a good thing because it is absolutely injuring the skin and you can go, as Gigi said earlier, we do things at certain seasons. That's what I was saying about doing things in a consciously credible position. We do not do deep laser in the summer months here in Texas because you can have a resurfacing, and we do that with a machine and a treatment with that, meaning a laser machine. But you can have a treatment. But if you go out and then go to the beach or go to the lake or you go to a ball game, you will create more hyperpigmentation than you had before and not be very happy. So we basically work with you individually, specifically for your needs, and then tailor make that. Because we can do things all summer that will enhance what you've done in the winter months and then continue on as it gets cooler in the latter fall here. But that's, but what I just wanted you to understand that these basically for age management, if you want to call it anti-aging, go for it. But it is about being the best you can be, from 8 to 108 who has skin and all skin types. So we've talked about hyperpigmentation, rosacea, we've talked about age management. Now acne. Let's talk about acne for a minute. Now you say, the same products that you're using, I'm just going to talk about me personally, you're using can be used for acne. How can that be? Well, the skin basically is the skin. Everyone needs cleansing, everyone needs chemical exfoliation, everyone needs hydration, balance, everyone needs protection. Everyone. Now, everyone. Now, the bottom line of acne is a clogged pore. Remember I said the health of the skin is predicated on a clogged pore. Remember I said about the milia and the blackheads, clogged pore. So it's about the health of the skin, keeping that pore open and not being clogged. So chemical exfoliation is what you need to do. If you look at any line that is a designated acne line, that is the main ingredient they use in it, and they also use salicylic acid, which is a oil-binding ingredient, and glycolic and other alphas are water binding. So oil binding and water binding, they work synergistically together. So there's a low concentration of salicylic acid in all of our formulas, in that proprietary ABC complex. And so it's basically, salicylic is basically helping to stabilize that sebaceous gland production. Stabilize, balance. Everything in life is about balance. And I think as we're home and we're thinking about things and reading things, balance is a key to joy, peace, and results and happiness. So anyway, the line has salicylic acid in it, which is in a lot of acne products. But ours is a safe, simple, synergistic approach. But we do have a specific product which I have personally never used, and it's called Clear Skin. And it's 2% benzoyl peroxide and tea tree oil. Tea tree, botanical, and benzoyl peroxide are a fabulous marriage together. And so you would cleanse, and you would put the Clear Skin on the spot area of breakout. You would put your rapid exfoliators on, and then your moisturizer's on. And you, with an oily, more tendency for oily, might use the Day Survival. Like Gigi said, if she's dry in the winter, might use the Day Survival, the Night Recovery AM PM. Well, same difference with oily, acne-prone skin, you might use the Day Survival AM PM. So just want you to understand that this line, these few products are for all skin types, from normal to dry to oily acne-prone skin, for all seasons, and it is simple, safe, and synergistic. So what do you want to say about the clear skin?
So, as far as my skin, I am blessed to not have acne, never have suffered from acne, but a lot of my clients do. So, whether they, like you said, 8 or 108, I get a lot of teenage clients that are coming in just getting started with skincare. So, clear skin is a great treatment to clear the skin, clear the pore. It's great blemish control.
It is, really is, because it's, again, like all of these products, they're balanced and not aggressive. And I say 2% benzoyl peroxide because that is where a consumer-oriented line product should be. But also, as I said, the botanical, which is an antibacterial, which I'm talking about tea tree oil, is really works synergistically with the benzoyl peroxide. So, before I go, I was going to circle back to the enzyme mask with this because I want to speak to this on the standpoint, Gigi, of it being a zit zapper, but also it's a great, I'm not going to put it on my facial skin now because I've done the system, but this is a complex of pineapple and papaya. It's enzymes. So remember I said earlier, mechanical is anything from mechanical exfoliation, jojoba bead to microdermabrasion crystals, buff and polish the skin, chemical exfoliation of fruit acids and enzymes, and you can have others than pineapple and papaya. Pumpkin is another one. There's other effective enzymes, but pineapple and papaya are very effective. And this is a very concentrated product, and you do not need a lot. By the way, you see, one of my girlfriends calls this her marshmallow, and it's pink. Well, it's not a color. Yeah, Beverly calls it her marshmallow. I need some marshmallow, but it's not. That's not a colorant. That is vitamin E, is the preservative. So I'm just going to use my hand. In the spa treatment, we would use a brush. This would go into a dampened dish and then apply. But this then sets. What time is it now? Oh, it is now. Oh, okay. So this is what do you call it? A cornstarch base. It firms, it sets, but it doesn't harden. So you would let it set, and then it is a gommage, which means it could be a gommage, which means you, after it sets, you can just kind of roll it and it will pill. But basically, you don't have to do that. Leave it on. I put it on Sundays as I'm, doing the laundry or what have you. Let it set and then rinse it off. I'll do once a week little spa treatment. So this is absolutely for you as well. But that is not part of the system. I'm just going to leave you with this. This is our facial essential system. And if you have a facial with us, you receive this, the first time facial, at no charge. But this is a great, Gigi was talking about where you start. This is a great way to start. And this is our Miracle Microdermabrasion Miracle Experience Kit. And it has the core facial essentials. Great way to try it. This is a 2 to 3 week try me. And honestly, during the season, this is a great way to dig in, try it. And you can do all these treatments. You'll run out of them sooner, but you can do that. So this is a wonderful way to try the Novita Spa Clinical products. I am so sorry we had technical difficulties. I am so blessed, Gigi, that you joined me. At least we could hear you and interjecting. But we'll get it together, guys. We promise. We've got a lot of Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we've got a lot of ideas up our sleeves. But we will truly get this together where both myself and my treasured esthetician is with me. So we'll see you Tuesday with the next pop-up shop, and tomorrow I'm going to be on talking about some just ideas of how to create things in your life. So we'll be here tomorrow at 4, and back at the pop-up shop on Tuesday. Well, Monday, Motivation Monday, Tuesday, the pop-up shop. But we will see you tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed, Gigi. I truly am so appreciative that you were here with me, G. Really, really.
I did, and before we leave, I just wanted to make suggestions to our clients. If there's anything that you would like for us to show you during this time that we are away, we're available for you, and we look forward to seeing you when we return.
Yes, and thank you for sharing that, Gigi, because we're here for you, honestly. This is for you, and we want to do, like Gigi just said, let us know in the comments. You can always email it, go on the website and get the email, but it's staff@novitaspa.com. Let us know. Let us know what you want. Put it on comments here on Facebook, and we will do, and Sarah's going to do eyelash stripping and what we have so many other ideas that we're going to do for you so that you can just really, because you can buy those in H-E-B or the grocery store around the United States. We just want to do some fun things for you, and it can be guided body treatments for men, whatever you would like us to approach, and even things that are not necessarily applicable from your perception that we have in our line, but that you want questions answered. People are very confused about what they should use, what ingredients do what, and when should they use things. So we are here for you. We're the Shell's Answer Man of skincare. We are here to answer your questions. But thank you so much. And we have, also I'd like you to put on, if you can, email us your email so we can, we'll get it, but I'd like to put you in our database so you get other specials that you might miss here with me mentioning. But I do have 20% off of all Novita Spa Clinical products, but you have to order them from us because you can't get that through Amazon. They're not geared right now to do any specials. So if you'd like to purchase these products and you would like to take, really, we'd love to bless you with that 20% off of all of the products. Alrighty? So we will see you soon. And thank you, Gigi, for joining me.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll see you tomorrow on our own Zoom call, but we will see you all tomorrow as well. Be blessed. Thank you.
Be blessed.